So here's box 4 in our nickel hunt and album fill. Where I stand right now is a little bit higher than the norm for Rob Finds Treasure. I'm hoping to find some of the 41 nickels I still need in the 3 books. But after this, I'm also going to estimate what's the probability of finding a particular year in a particular mint based on the data I've collected for those first 4 boxes. I'm going to do that by calculating the effective mintage available to me for a particular year in a particular mint and taking that value and dividing by a sum over all the years and all the mints, well, the 3 mints of Jefferson Nickels. Now that effective number of coins that is available to me is dependent on the original number of coins minted in that year with that mint mark, and then times some weighting factor based on how many years between the current date and how old that coin is, and then a distribution function based on my geographic location. So for instance, the weight is going to be weighted higher for coins that are closer to the box. So in 2024 is the box I've gotten. If I have a 2023 coin, that's going to be weighted higher. Then as time goes on and I get down to the 60s and 50s and 40s and 30s, I'm getting a lower weight because coins have been taken out of circulation and they're just harder to find. So that's the weight, and I'm going to empirically determine this function based on the data I've collected. And then the distribution is, I live in Colorado, so the Denver mint mark I'm going to peg at 1 since I have those coins available to me from day 1. But the Philadelphia coins, if it's a low value here, I'm not going to get as many Philadelphia coins, a low value between the box and the year. And it takes time for those coins to distribute out west. And eventually you'll reach sort of equilibrium with the Denver minted coins. And again, I'll determine that function empirically. So we'll see after box 4, we'll take a look at those probabilities. But for now, we're just going to go through roll by roll and see what we find. Hoping to find some good coins. Actually, I'm hoping to find some silver coins. I haven't found any silver coins. Haven't found any buffaloes or liberties. So I would like box 4 to kind of break that losing streak. First roll, and we're off to a good start because we got a new one for the book. Granted, it's a 2022P, so not crazy rare, but it's the first one I've found, and this is the 4th box, so I'll take it. I'm already on to roll 5, but I kind of changed my mind. I want to show this 1949 coin. So it's a 1949, and I really can't tell. I think it might be a Philadelphia. And we need a 1949 Philadelphia. But this is in kind of pretty bad shape. And as a matter of fact, I'm noticing in this box there's a number of coins that are in pretty bad shape. So anyway, I'm going to call it a 1949 Philadelphia, but I don't think I'm going to use it in our book. Hopefully we'll get another one for our book. Okay, at the end of 5 rolls, we got 80 different years and mints and 3 in the top row. So off to a pretty good start. We got 1 new for the book too, that 22P. Well, I guess technically the 49 as well, possibly. Well, we'll see what happens. Okay, roll 9. I got my first silver nickel in the 4th box. It's in pretty rough shape. It's a 1944 Philadelphia. Same roll. A 1942 Philadelphia non-silver. But again, we need it for the book, but in pretty rough shape. Roll 10. Got one for the book. 1957. Philadelphia. And you know, at some point I got a 1957 Denver, and we need that one for the book too. 10 rolls complete. 103 different years and mints. There's 6 there in the top row. 5 of them are new for the book, but 3 of them are pretty rough. 15 rolls in. 112 different years and mints, and 7 in the top row. Roll 16. Second war nickel of the box. It's a 1943 S. Roll 18. We got the third war nickel of the box. 1942 S. Pretty rough shape, as with all the other older nickels, but I'll take it. 20 rolls complete. 119 different on the board. 11 in the upper row. And I'm seeing more of these really beat up coins in all years. Just interesting. Roll 22. This box has been giving me a bunch of beat up coins, but this is a really nice 1957 Denver. Okay, halfway done on roll 25. 126 different dates and mints, and 15 up on the upper row. And I might not have mentioned it, but I did get another 2009 D. That was kind of a fun. Roll 26, just dump the roll out to start sorting. And we got another war nickel. And let's see, it's hard. Looks like an S. Another 1942 S. And the 30 rolls. 132 different years and mints. And there's 19 coins up there in the upper row, including four silvers. 35 rolls in. 134 different dates and mints. And 22 in the upper row. You see we got a 1939 there. Okay, roll 39. We have our 5th war nickel, but again, pretty beat up and encrusted. But it's a 1943, and you can kind of just see it, a D. 40 rolls in. We have 140 different dates and mints, and 25 in the top, including 5 silver war nickels. 45 rolls in. 142 different dates and mints, and 26 in the upper row. Okay, roll 46. Got a new one for the book. It's a 1952 Philadelphia. So that's actually the 27th coin, because I just got a 57D in that same roll. Roll 47. And it's new for the board, although it's not new for the book. But a lot of these beat up or weather damaged nickels. This is a 1941 S. I don't know if you can And so again, it's new for the board, but a lot of those nickels up there are just a little worse for the wear. Rule 49, we have a new one for the book. This is a 1941 Philadelphia, so that's not new. I just wanted to show you the quality of some of these nickels, environmental damage. This is a 1947, and then Denver. So again, new for the board and new for the book. So that does it for box number 4. Final tally is 147 different nickels, 33 nickels at the top row there, 6 of them being silver wartime nickels. I will tally up the numbers, take a look at the books, and come back. Here are the 33 coins from that top row that go into the first book. We had a 1939 Philadelphia, 3 1940 Philadelphias, 2 1940 Denvers, 4 1941 Philadelphias, 1 San Francisco 1941. And this one's the first one for the book, although it's in pretty poor shape. That's a 1942 Philadelphia, non-silver. And we start getting into our silver finds. We have 6 of them total. 2 1942 San Franciscos, a 1943 Denver, a 1943 San Francisco, a 1944 Philadelphia, and a 1945 Philadelphia. All those are new. All the silver ones are new for the book. And we also have a 1947 Denver that's new for a book, 1948 Denver, 1949 Philadelphia. Again, that's probably the one in the worst shape, but again, it's new for the book, so I'm going to take it for now. 1952 Philadelphia, new for the book, 1952 San Francisco, 2 1956 Denvers, so I'll take that good one. That's new for the book. A 1957 Philadelphia, new for the book. 1957 Denver is new for the book, and that's a really nice one that we got. And finally, a 1958 Denver and 3 1959 Denvers. So a pretty good box overall for this first book, although many of those coins are in rough shape. Okay, so here are the final numbers for box 4. It was a pretty good box. If I compare them to what I've done before, you can see saw more variety, 147 compared to the others. Definitely more in the 30s, 40s, and 50s, 33. And also I got silver for the first time in this box. Where we stand on the books is, book 1 I already showed you, we had 11 new, but I also upgraded one of the coins, 1961. Book 2, I'm sorry, looked through all the coins and I did 5 upgrades. And in book 3, no upgrades, but I did add that 2022P. And you could see with those 12 new additions, my trend line there has fallen back down towards the Rob Finds Treasure series, so that's good. I said I'd do an analysis, and here it is. So again, I'm calculating the effective number of coins for a particular year in mint. I'm going to use that number to estimate a probability of finding that coin for a particular coin or in a particular box. So it's a function of the total number of coins minted for that year and mint times a weighting function and a diffusion function or distribution. So first let's talk about the diffusion function. This is I live in Colorado, and so the Denver coins don't really have to get out here. They're already here. But for the Philadelphia coins, it takes some years for them to start matching the Denver coins. So I can plot the actual data that I see in the first 4 boxes, and this x-axis is basically the age of the coin relative to the time I took it. So 0 would be, in my cases, for box 2, 3, and 4, it was the latest coin was 2023, so that was the year of the box. So 2023 would be 0. And the dispersion, and I have it of P over D, so this is basically the percentage of Philadelphia coins to Denver coins. So you can see it starts out low and it's slowly climbing up. And the function is here. That's the slope and intercept. So about a 4% on that year 0. And then it takes nearly 70 years to for the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver minted coins to be the same. Now the weighting function is a little bit more difficult, but I can calculate what that weighting function would have to be for me to have seen that number of coins in boxes 1 through 4. So it looks like obviously the newly minted coins are heavily weighted. I saw a lot of those, and it's not a clean function, but I'm estimating it as a linear trend down to about 10 years old, and there it sort of levels out at a weight of 1. And then after about 30 years old, it starts falling off. These are the older coins as they come out of circulation. So I estimated that and just have a exponential decay of the trend there. So given my empirically determined weighting function and this diffusion function, I can calculate this effective number of coins for a particular year in a particular mint. And I can calculate the probability that a particular coin would be that year in mint by just taking that number and dividing by the sum over all the possible years and all possible mints. 2,000 coins in the box, I can calculate the probability of finding that coin in the box by using this formula here. And given the calculations for all that, I'll just give you an example. 1950D, the probability of finding that coin in the box is equal to 1.41%. And 1.41%, what that means is for me to have a 50% chance of finding that coin, the 1950D, in these nickel boxes, I'd have to look through 49 boxes. And if I want that percentage to go higher, 60%, 70%, 80%, 90%, I'm going to have to look through more and more boxes. So it sort of makes sense. If we go back to here, there's been 2 of Rob Fine's Treasure has finished 2 searches, and it took him 167 and 212 nickel boxes to look through to finally get that 1950D. But the 1950D, according to at least the data that I have, and the estimates and the empirical estimate that I made, it's not the hardest coin. You can see the 1939D is 1.15%. And these are just showing the other key dates and semi-key dates and all the lower percentages. And I will point out that the 1942D, even though it's not a semi-key date, did have a percentage that was as low as those values. So after 4 nickel boxes, this is what book 1 looks like. Still have a ways to go, but nice addition of 11 new coins in that book. Book 2 is complete. And some nice coins in there, except that 1968D. I need to find a good coin to replace that one. But that didn't happen today. And then book 3 is almost complete. Still have that 2009 Philadelphia. And even though I haven't had a box that has a 2024 in it yet, I still need the 2024 P and D. So that does it for box 4. Hope you enjoyed.